Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Knights Templar Tarot. Today is Friday, the 28th of April, and I am doing an On This Day in History read. And we are going back to the 28th of April, 1967. And on this date in history, Muhammad Ali refused draft. So I'm not looking at what happened subsequently, his fine, everything that happened after that. I'm just looking at that day in particular, what the energy was like on that day. So we've got 28th of April, 1967, and Muhammad Ali was drafted or was set up to be drafted. He attended the induction. And let me just get some energy on that. So we're going all the way back, all those years, today's date, 1967. He attended that draft. He did attend the induction. High Priestess in reverse. This is lies. This is deceit. This is everything that he felt that this draft was. The High Priestess, the right way up, is the right thing to do. The High Priestess, she knows the wisdom of the world. She knows what is the correct action. She holds her knowledge close to her, and she can differentiate between good and evil, and she's a woman to trust, or a person, a presence to trust. When the High Priestess is in reverse, we have all things opposite. This is deceitful. It's not done for the purest means. This is not for the highest good of anybody. And this is what he felt about the draft. So that was his overall feeling about the draft, the High Priestess in reverse. When he got there, when he got to the induction, he refused to answer his name or take the oath. King of Cups, there he is, the emotional man. He did this all from his heart. It wasn't a decision made in any other way except for what his heart told him, his beliefs, his religion. He knew in his heart this was a deception. It was evil. It was an evil war. And from his heart would not allow him to be drafted. Everything about this, just his whole emotions were so against it. He was the King of Cups, and he had empathy for the people out in Vietnam, tremendous empathy for them. And no, he wasn't prepared to do this. He said, I ain't got no quarrel with those Viet Cong. I ain't got no quarrel with those Viet Cong. He didn't. They had never racially slurred him. His own country had. And he had no trouble with them. He wasn't about to fly all that way and drop bombs on them. So let's just see again. Let's have a look here. The world. This man had fought, first of all, as Cassius Clay, and then later Muhammad Ali. His world was good. He was at the top of his game. What he was doing was basically career suicide for him at that time. He knew how this would be seen. He knew that he would be penalized for this, that he would be punished for doing this. The world, this is everything that he worked for, all that fighting, all those wonderful boxing fights that we saw, the absolute love of this man. Now, people would continue to love him. Some people would, other people would vilify him. But whatever happened, it would always be like sort of Muhammad Ali before Vietnam and Muhammad Ali after Vietnam, the way people viewed him. And the world, it is like a culmination. And this would change a lot of people, how they felt about him. And so be it, as far as he was concerned. So He chose to obey his religion rather than the laws of the land that he lived in. So he chose his religion, and he chose from the heart, and what he felt in his heart was good. He felt this war was evil and not done for the good of anybody. He chose his religion over the laws of the land. The moon, yeah. He felt that the lords of the land, again, look at that next to the high priestess. This is deception, it's lies, it's getting people involved in something that is not correct, that's not good. The moon up the right way, that can be still waters run deep, a lot going on that you don't know about, things that are a little bit suspect, a little bit shady, shall we say, but up this way, and people saw it. A lot of people saw it. Some didn't, but a lot of people saw that this was not a righteous war. And Muhammad Ali certainly saw it, and he chose his religion. He chose the good over going and fighting a war that he didn't believe in. So did he fear prison? Did he fear going to prison on that day? Did he fear, remember, this is just the energy on that day. Did he have a fear of going to prison? The Hermit in reverse. The Hermit is your isolation card, and in reverse is very much isolated. No, I don't think he feared it. I don't think he feared it. I think he probably thought that it was a very strong possibility that he would go to prison. This way up, you know, everybody has their cross to bear. And you see that, you know, everybody has their cross to bear. This was his cross to bear. He stood up for his religion. He stood up for his beliefs. He stood against what he thought was an unfair war, the deceit of the war. That was his cross to bear. And he knew that it would probably end up with him going to prison, whatever would happen. This is all on the day. I'm not talking about in the future, the energy of that day. And he was prepared to have it. And people saw that he was basically prepared to fall on his sword over this. That was his cross to bear, and he was prepared for it. And what about his boxing? Did he fear the boxing ban? Did he think to himself, I'm probably going to get banned from boxing for this? All of the hard work that I've done in boxing, was he fearful about losing his career, his titles as a boxer? Six of Swords, that's your traveling in reverse. He was not going, and he didn't care. He was not going to go. This would be your traveling overseas. This would be going over water, going out to that country, traveling, Six of Swords, off you go. You know, you could almost see that as, you know, a bomb going off, couldn't you? I know it's like some kind of castle, but you could see that as a war, moving towards a war, and the fire and the flames and the heat of it. But no, he was staying where he was. I am staying where I am. You can do what you will to me. I'm the Hermit in reverse. And if I need to be incarcerated, if I need to bear my cross, I will do. This is a very, very strong man, not just physically, but mentally strong. So we're still on the 28th of April. Remember, we're not going forward. We're not talking about his thoughts and feelings later or what happened to him. This is just the energy around this day in history. Muhammad Ali's energy on this day, 28th of April, 1967. Six of Pentacles. Okay. And Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there was no, yeah. This is very interesting. Six of Pentacles is your give and take card, you know, choices. You give people choices, and, you know, in a fair world, it's even give and take. You give to me, I give to you. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. It's a very even exchange of energy. This was not. This was a draft. You will do this. If you don't do this, the consequences will be X, Y, Z. There was no evenness in it. You had one hand that was taking from you, and you were expected to give. You were expected to give your life, certainly a certain amount of your life, certain amount of time of your life, And it was not a fair exchange of energy. America wanted something from him he was not prepared to give. So that's your Six of Pentacles in reverse. Your Two of Pentacles in reverse. Well, your Two of Pentacles is the juggling act. This would be the should I, shouldn't I? Oh, I've got my boxing career. I've got this, I've got that. I've got things to sort out. I need to work out this, that, and the other. No, Muhammad Ali didn't go down there. They said to him, I think, about having two choices. And Two of Pentacles is like two choices. It's jail or army. Jail or army, jail or army. He said, right, I'll take that away. I don't care what the choice is. Jail or army, that's no choice to me. I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it. So he dropped the ball on both of them. He said, well, you do what you will with me, but I'm not going. So that is the energy around the 28th of April, 1967. And if only 100,000 people had also resisted the draft, the war would never have happened. You know, if only people had been like Muhammad Ali and said, no, we're not going, then that dreadful, dreadful war would not have happened. Let me know what you think. You may have a different perspective. And as always, I do welcome your perspective. I'm not American. So, you know, please tell me what you think. And, you know, I would be very interested to know, because you're so wise and you'll be able to tell me things that I don't know about this. But remember, we are only talking about that one specific day, the energy of today, all those years ago. We're not going into the future, just this one day in history. So I would love to hear what you think. And I will leave you with that one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.